What's going to happen now is we're going to go into some questions. OKX is a major sponsor of ours. Hands up who's just come back from Consensus in Hong Kong? A few of you. Fantastic. Look around, like you all should connect if you haven't already. Hands up. There you go, Keith up the back. Yep, very good, very good, very good. Okay, cool. So you would have known that OKX sponsors that. Arturo and I first met them when we went to Token 2049 in Singapore in 2023. You would have been easy to spot them because they had the Formula One car there. So, pretty hard to miss. But before we go on further, if you just want to tell us a bit more about yourself, I'm just talking and I'll keep going, but please stop me. What do you do at OKX?
Yeah, thanks. So my name is Mahtab. I lead operations at OKX Australia. So as you guys probably know, OKX is one of the biggest exchanges globally. However, last year we launched a localized version. And since then, we've been trying to expand the product locally, build out features and bring new trading products. So part of this is I'm pretty keen, a few of us are here from OKX to kind of gather feedback. What do you guys want to see in a platform? Like what's important to you? And I guess tonight, the two areas I'm pretty keen to chat about are the new trading bots that we've launched and our Web3 wallet space as well.
Arturo and I work in AI. We love bots, and you all should too. They are the greatest thing ever. But look, put it this way, we want to know more about that, but let's start off with recently, you guys launched Spot DCA Martingale, that's strategy for bots, and some people may know that here, some people might not, and Spot Grid bots in Australia. Can you give us a quick breakdown of what they do?
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe by show of hands, who's used a trading bot before? Okay,
fantastic.
Everyone. So it shouldn't be a surprise to you guys, but obviously trading bots massively help automate your strategies and can help alleviate some of the emotion that goes into trading. But for the two products we've launched with, Spot Grid, the way it works, it's designed for a sideways market. So essentially you set your parameters, set a range, and the bot will place buy and sell orders in that range, aiming to make a gain from the volatility in that space. While the Spot DCA Martingale strategy is a bit different, it actively tries to lower the average price of your asset. So as the price dips, it'll keep placing buy orders based on your parameters. And then if the asset price recovers, it'll sell at a take profit price of whatever you put in, let's say 1 or 2%. So I guess I don't have a graph or anything, but if you imagine the price going down and more buys happening, your average price will lower. So when the price recovers, it doesn't have to go so high before you hit your take profit. So it's a bit different from like a traditional recurring buy type of thing that people associate dollar cost average with. And I guess when we launched, we didn't launch with bots, even though globally we had them. And our users were pretty clear that they wanted bots back. So we kind of listened and here we are. And we'll keep bringing more. But that's how those two work.
Fantastic. I mean, look, it was great people put their hands up and maybe different levels of experience and stuff here. Maybe some good and bad experience and stuff as well. But when it comes to bots, why do you think people use them? And if anything, why should we care?
Yeah, very valid. Look, personally, to be frank, it's pretty hard to separate emotion from trading. I think most people can relate. I think when I started trading crypto, I was looking at charts 24/7. I was overthinking everything. I was pretty terrible to be around. I was just always on my phone stressing. So bots do help in terms of automating your strategy, helping you basically trying to lower the emotion and forcing you to stick to your principles, right? And you can edit it on the fly, but essentially it's not, and I saw when people think who are new to crypto that bots are scary and you have to be super advanced. The strategies can be as simple or complicated as you want to make them really.
I didn't ask before, we just asked who's been here, the experience and stuff like that. Who is it that it's their first time to an event like this, like a crypto kind of event? And it's okay, because we're all here to help. Fantastic. Terry, you hear it from us in the office. Anyway, you don't count. No, you count. A few. Oh, right up the back, sir, we will talk later. We'll teach you all about crypto. But look, bots are scary. I mean, bots are not scary. No one got that. Okay, fine. Yeah, welcome to Mark. But look, Australia's got a pretty competitive market. What makes your bot stand out? And when I say competitive, it's not just that we've got the Australian-based exchanges and we've had them on the stage and stuff before, but there's all the overseas ones and there's all these overseas, like for example, tools that also provide bots even if it's not exchanges. So what makes the stuff that you guys are doing stand out?
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, I guess in the first lens, when we think about local exchanges, not heaps of the local players actually have trading bots at present. And for the ones that do, where we differentiate, I think there's three sort of big factors. One being how customizable ours are, like all the parameters can be edited. There's no rigid preset bots. There's no bot fees, so it's just your standard trading fees based on your fee level, but there's no extra bot execution fees. And the last thing, probably the big one, and also where we differentiate from the global guys, is the full AUD support, right? So deposit, AUD on and off. You got crypto AUD pairs. So not many I don't think any local competitors at least have the full suite of bots plus AUD on and off plus crypto AUD pairs.
Fantastic. I mean, what is the website for that? Because people want to like know more about it. And we'll go into some more questions on it, but just like where do they find it on the website?
Yeah, OKX.com. They'll take you to the Australian website, but for the bot feature specifically, it's only on the mobile app at present. So download our app, and to be fair, I probably shouldn't say, our app is pretty good. So yeah, the app is nice.
You cannot leave unless you download the app. I will check.
There's a QR code there.
Oh. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. All right. Well, look. There's the app. There's the bots that are there. The stuff that you guys are doing. It seems like you're really moving the space forward. What do you see is coming next for this?
Yeah. Look, for bots, I can't say too much, but like specifically, we are actively looking to bring on more automated products. So it's a watch this space sort of thing. But a big thing is we are listening to trader feedback, right? So keen to chat with anyone and everyone here after this. Like if there are bots or strategies you want to see, let us know. We can and we'll see if we can do it. But it doesn't even have to be bots, just any products you guys like or you want to see. Definitely let someone in an OKX shirt know about it.
Fantastic. Hands up the OKX people in the room and standing just outside the room. Mark?
There's one. There you go.
There you go. There's a few of them. There's a few of them. So make sure you talk to them later on. But look, so that's the what's next. Let's switch it up. Okay, so the bots are really important. For me, they definitely and we can't physically as humans like watch the markets 24/7, even though the crypto markets are 24/7. If you've come from trading on the ASX, trading ETFs, really cool stuff going on there. But like crypto is 24/7, so it makes it even harder to keep up with what's going on in the news. Going to sleep at night and not being in a comfortable position because you're worried about getting wiped out, bots can help you, right? So I think it's really interesting. But let's switch it up to the Web3 and the decentralized finance, aka DeFi namesake side of OKX. How does you've got OKX Wallet? Hands up who's used OKX Wallet. There's a few. Okay, nice. We need to. Those are rookie numbers, folks. Like we need to get those up. But how does OKX Wallet stand out compared to its competitors?
Yeah, absolutely. So as some of you hopefully are aware that we do have an OKX wallet and a whole DeFi side of our platform. I think the big differentiators for us, right? So our wallet, security comes first, right? So right now we're ranked number 1 on CER.live for trustworthy security wallets. We support, I think over 100 plus blockchains now. Our UI on the DeFi side is very intuitive and aimed, very streamlined. So it's friendly to new users, but also just very helpful for experienced users. So you've got one place to interact with the D apps, bridge across chains, trade and mint NFTs. You can use AI to generate your NFTs and then just mint them. And a whole range of marketplaces and a pretty massive DEX aggregator. Actually, just on that, so because of a bunch of these features and the way we're evolving, in 2024 globally, we saw our user base for OKX Wallet increase by over 900%, and the volume running through our DEX aggregator 20x'd. So it is a massively growing space and something that we're very focused on investing in.
Just on that, because we're in crypto and stuff, and the numbers like 900%, it's like okay, that's okay. Like, is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
cool.
pretty happy with it. Yeah.
Okay. Because how do we wear here? But no, just I think it's really interesting what you're doing there, because put it this way, we need to experiment. All of this stuff, as funny as it is, as sad as it can be, with the Argentinian meme coin, Trump doing presidential meme coins, getting rugged by Melania coin. All the stuff that I would not have put on my 2025 bingo card. But the important thing is that we've got blockchain that can actually help protect us better against some of this stuff. I've got friends that have created like meme kind of tokens, but things are transparent. The wallets say that if money goes into this, it's going to go directly to these types of things rather than it just goes all directly to 80% of the, the first kind of holders, sniping as they call it. So I think, despite what people may think of meme tokens, NFTs, etc., it's really important. But what are some of the recent, advancements that you guys have had in terms of collaborations that you've been making in OKX Wallet? Because you guys are growing. Can you tell us a bit more about collab stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're doing a lot in the Web3 space. So collab specifically, there's a lot to list, but just a couple of recent highlights. So our DEX API actually powers Phantom's Solana swaps. And then also we've expanded our partnership with Sui, so enabling developers to cross-chain capabilities on Sui. You can interact with Sui dApps directly from the OKX wallet. And aside from just the collaborations there as well, the improvements we've been making, our DEX API, so our DEX speed, so our response times we've cut down to 50 milliseconds. So I guess what that means is almost near real-time quotes from around 500 different DEXs that run through our DEX aggregator. And then of course we're just expanding the versatility, right? So 100 plus blockchains it runs now. And also just to be very clear, the wallet and the DeFi side is separate to the CeFi side, so you don't have to sign up, there's no KYC involved, it's a pure Web3 product.
But if I wanted to set up like Almeida token on the ones, no, let's not get into that. It's too soon. 50 milliseconds is pretty fast. Can anyone here count to 50 milliseconds? Too late. So basically, let's think about this space. Crypto does not exist in a vacuum, okay? It's something that is starting to transform, and not just through investment of like BlackRock and Franklin Templeton and all these other big instos getting in, but it is transforming the rails. You'll hear a bit more about that in the next talk. But how do you see CeFi, centralized finance, and DeFi fitting together? Because you guys are kind of straddling like both sides. How does that kind of look?
Yeah, look, I think a lot of people might think that they're kind of mutually exclusive or they're kind of opposing forces, but I guess at OKX we kind of see them as more complementary. Like they both have strengths and weaknesses. So for centralized exchange, something like OKX, obviously there's deep liquidity, there's security, there's fiat on and off ramps. But then with the DeFi, you get permissionless access, you get self-custody, the innovation. So what we're really trying to do is create an experience where users can seamlessly switch between the two. So even like if you use the Web3 wallet on our exchange and you want to deposit to your wallet, because it's the same, it's the same website, you can pre-fill your address into the SEX to save you a couple steps. Things like that to just try to make it as smooth.
Was that a Freudian slip? The CEX or the SEX?
Depends how much crypto you got.
That's it. You heard it here first, folks. There are levels to this. First you get the power, then you get the money, then you get the centralized exchange. We did not practice that, so it's nice when a joke takes off well. Look, what do you see as like next for OKX in Australia specifically?
Yeah. Look, so we're 1 year old in maybe a month or two. There's a lot to happen. The big focuses for this year, 3 sort of pillars: more trading products, more Web3 products, and growing our Australian user base and community, right? So getting more involved in communities like this, and we want to hear feedback from everyone here, so we can grow this and basically build this for Australian customers.
I love it. We're going to get to questions next, but you might not have noticed, but there was a little bot. As soon as you signed up for this meetup, you were automatically signed into OKX. I am joking. But things you got to keep an eye out for. I think it is important to understand what the cool things are that these exchanges provide, because a lot of people just think of it as just like the centralized exchange and it's just there for investment and I can only do this. No, you can actually do trading. There's going to be things that will start to be announced because there's that Web3 side, the possibilities of real world asset tokenization, the possibilities of other things that are beneficial to the space are going to be really interesting. So don't think of OKX as only the centralized exchange or the CEX, SEX, whatever term you want to keep for it. But we've got a few minutes here, 5 minutes, so I can take a few questions. Who's got questions? I'll run around with a hot mic. Yes, okay. Go to Karen, then Will up the front.
Mahtab. Yeah, that's so cool. My questions are, do you have a demo platform that you can do your grid bots on?
Yeah, so on our website, we have demo trading, and you can test all the functionalities there.
Cool.
But I think at this stage, bots are only on apps, so there's no demo for that at the moment, but
Right.
it's coming to web soon.
Okay, cool. And also, what's your tolerance for liquidity on the bots? Or is that a strategy? Like, depends on, like, are you using leveraged bots or?
Yeah, sorry, so yeah, good question. So the bots that we've launched with are only spots, so there's no leverage.
Okay.
That's something we're exploring in the future, but not for now.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Awesome. Question up here.
Thanks. So I'm just curious about your on-ramps and off-ramps in your CEX, because there's a bunch of exchanges here that, and a lot of them do not have these on and off ramps, so I was wondering how OKX handles this.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we're set up for bank deposit and withdrawal, and it's using MPP, so it should be real time. And we also have, which we recently launched, is card purchase, so you can use your debit or credit card to buy crypto directly, and they'll go into your account as well.
Another question? Yep, over here. And then one more from Justin.
Hey, Mahtab. Do you support accounts for businesses also, apart from retail?
Yeah, so it's a question, do we support business accounts?
Yes.
Yes, correct. So you can sign up as an individual, or you can sign up as an entity, be it corporate or corporation or trust or what have you, SMSF. Yeah.
Question over here.
Yeah.
Hey mate, so being Aussie focused, do you guys have any product or is there anything in the works where it hedges against the Aussie dollar movements? Obviously, if you're going for like 50% gains, a 1 or 2% movement in a currency doesn't matter. But as you look at bigger portfolios, if you're just trying to beat, 8, 9% or the bank rates,
Yeah, look, I mean, to be honest, that's maybe a bit more technical than I can answer, but
Okay.
my simplistic response is we do have the AUD pairs, right? So you can trade directly with your AUD pair alongside USD pairs. So depending on what sort of currency exposure you want, if you want to be exposed to Australian dollars versus USD, there's that avenue too.
I'm outside now. Hi. Another question?
Yeah, hey, how's it going? I was just recently building something similar. I'm curious around the financial controls for the bot. Do you have like a controls engine or something that you can restrict trading activity? And is the bot fully autonomous? I might have missed that.
Yeah. So in terms of the parameters when you set it up, there are like the basic settings where you set your parameters. There's also some advanced settings around stop controls, depending on what triggers you want there. And in terms of automatic, so once it's set up, it just runs 24/7 unless you manually stop it. You can replicate the bot, you can edit the bot as well while it's running. The only time it stops is if it falls outside the range of parameters you've set. And it'll resume once it gets back into range.
Awesome. I'm sure there are probably maybe more questions. What are great words from Mark. English is my second language, but basically put it this way, there's going to be more networking and stuff after this. If this is your first time, we'll talk until about 7:30 or so, networking until 8:30, and then I don't know what you do with your time. I don't want to know. Thanks everyone. Thanks Mahtab. Amazing stuff, and I'm sure that more people are going to ask you some more questions.
Perfect. Thanks all.